What the fuck? Doesn't even make sense! Of all the things to happen, that was nowhere near what I was guessing. Alright guys, before we get into live reaction, I have to address this because it's asked in almost every video where I talk about anime, and that is, where do I watch anime? Because I'm broke as fuck and I can't afford a premium service. I understand, I see where you're coming from, I've been in your position, which is why it is perfectly timely that this video is sponsored by Swag IQ, which is an app that you can download on your iPhone or on your Android. It's available in US and Canada, and it's basically this game where you have every single day to earn cash. There's different tiers, you can get 20, 30, hundreds to even thousands of dollars, and it's not one of those quizzes that's going to be on something that you wouldn't care about, so there's no point of even trying to participate, like what are all the presidents or something. Come on, no, we don't need to do anything like that. Just recently one of them was on the Avengers Infinity War in relation to comic books, so if you're a pro with comic books, it's easy money just sitting there for you to grab. So just use my referral link in the top line of the description down below, and then you can just play the game, answer some easy questions because you're a savage, get some quick cash, subscribe to a premium anime streaming service, and then watch these dope shows before I do even, and then come to my live reaction and enjoy it the way it was meant to be enjoyed. In a time where YouTube provides so many hurdles to overcome as a content creator, you gotta thank your boys at Swag IQ for allowing me to do God's work. Spreading the thick. Why Kota Loki look like Bakugo with black hair as a kid? I'm just now noticing this. Look, everyone's quirks away and then that should just be problem solved, you know? Oh, so they're all still back here. Ashida, you need to stop, like. So who's even still left there to fight them then? Oh, you don't got a nose too. Oh, you one of the 7 Miss Swordsmen, okay. Oh man, she's delicious even on the ground. Makes it feel that much more painful. Doria's gonna try to stay and fight. He's like, I'm the protagonist. Yo, how can they breathe in that? It seems like the gas is lethal, just enough to knock people out and put them to sleep. For just a bunch of students, these kids have gone through a lot of crises in a short amount of time, man. Oh, Class B, they want to get in on the fight so that they can be heroes too. That's great and all, but safety first? I don't know. Why would they want something with Kota though? What's so special about him? Oh, he just happened to run into him. It was a coincidence. Well, he has some shitty luck then, doesn't he? Oh, this is the guy from the opening. That's the person Kota ran into. Nigga! Don't tell me this happens to be the criminal that killed his parents. I swear to God. It is, isn't it? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, okay, it's badass, but like, the plot is too convenient right now. Wow. Oh, damn. Did he get hit? Oh, his Galaxy S? No. He's gonna have to get an iPhone 10 now. Yeah, Midoriya's gonna have to fight this guy by himself. Kota is shooketh right now. Like, come on, Midoriya, you got the one for all. Yeah, foot of the counter. Show Kota what a real hero looks like. Yeah, the savagery. How is... Wait, he's just totally unaffected by it. Todoroki doesn't have to cover his mouth or anything? Oh, shit! What the fuck? Somebody got eaten? It's your true power. Oh, water hose did that to him? Damn. Well, I guess his family, they did some damage on their way out because he looks fucked up as a result. Come Midoriya, show him the savage of the... What the fuck? He got inside of his shoulder. Oh my God. It's a wrap. Run! Nigga dog! You can't take him. They gotta get saved or they gotta run. Those are the only two options on the table right now. He's putting something on his eye? What is this gonna do? Oh, try to attack him again? What could he possibly do that's not 100%? What's he gonna do? He's gonna use... And then the same arm too! No! You're fucking up your body, bro. He's just destroying himself, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like what was he trying to do? This is a savage, bro. Come on, run. Don't waste his sacrifice, bro. Oh my God, this is painful to watch, dude. Somebody's gotta save him. Damn, this is sad. He's scared. Of all the things to happen, that was nowhere near what I was guessing. Because in my mind, 100% it was 100%. Like, I'm not expecting anything to go beyond that. I mean, Midoriya's arms still gotta be fucked after this, though. Watch the villain get up anyways. Oh. That still itch, I swear to God. So what I'm gonna say though is that even though he went through this, like, exceeding his limits, this fucking Dragon Ball Z Zenkai boost type shit, in the preview he's still running away. So I'm thinking that this still wasn't enough to necessarily incapacitate this guy. So man, now I have questions. Like, One For All is way stronger than I was originally led to believe, because the limits that the anime set for this power are being exceeded. So is it just the power, but depending on who it belongs to, different people can tap into it in different ways? I don't know. I have so many questions, but I don't want answers. So I gotta like not look at any comments or anything. He is fucked. Like, we saw how fucked he got from using just the amount of power that he used against Todoroki. So if that was enough to blow his hands out and only that nurse who's not around right now was able to heal him, he exceeded, like, this man fucked himself. And the fact that, and I understand you're a hero, you know, you got to put your life on the line to save people. That's the whole point. That's why he was given this power, because he has that part of him that will put his life on the line to save people. But, like, he was warned not to sacrifice his body anymore, and that if he did it any further, so that's what I'm mainly concerned about. Like, will Midoriya be able to use his arm anymore? I mean, I would usually say, well, of course he will. Plot. You know, and it's a shonen. They're not going to do that. They're not going to go that far. But I don't know, man. I'm starting to constantly underestimate this anime, so I'm not going to say anything with definitive proof. This is definitely no Dragon Ball Super. Let's just put it at that. This isn't one of those shows where it's just like predictable. You know what's going to happen. You're not going to get any surprises. There's a few things in this episode, even though that was like a little bit like eyes rolling in the back of my head, convenient plot points. But I think the reason why it stands out the most is because this anime has given me the impression that it's not just your typical shonen, and that it's going to break a few conventions. So when it does that predictable stuff that in most shows you wouldn't really think too much about, it stands out a bit more. You don't really just expect to see as much cliche stuff in this show, so when they use it, it is a bit jarring. It kind of breaks the immersion a little bit, but all the same, I'll give it a few passes by having the person that Kota's parents were murdered by conveniently showing up, not even looking for him, conveniently showing up right in front of him to see some Detroit, Delaware smashing. You know, we smashing through all the flyover states. Okay, I'm down. In this part where Midoriya is pinned on the ground, he thinks he's going to die. He thinks it's a wrap. This almost kind of reminds me if you've seen Spider-Man Homecoming, where he was crushed under all the rubble. Spoilers for Homecoming, but whatever. He was crushed under all this rubble, and he was afraid. You know, he's still a kid, and you sometimes forget about this when you're watching these shows with these larger-than-life characters, that they're still kids, and he was scared, and he wanted someone to save him. And even me, I was underestimating Midoriya. I was thinking somebody's got to save him, because plot, that's just what shonen do. When somebody's in danger and there's no chance of them surviving, and that's the only solution. You heard me. There's only two scenarios. Either he runs away or he gets saved. I did not even entertain the concept of him saving himself, because he used 100% and it wasn't strong enough. Breaking his limits like that, like, wow. I get it. I see why people were hyped for this episode and why people wanted me to see this, because in my wildest dreams, I did not see that coming. And you guys know how I am. You guys know how good I'm at predicting things. So that makes it even more of a big deal that I did not see this coming from miles away. What about the missing limbs and blood earlier? I know, yeah, oh wow, I totally forgot about that. Who got eaten? But I don't know, just looking at the shade of this hand, this doesn't look like Tokiyami's hand. I just feel like his hand was smaller than that. It was a lighter tint. The fingers weren't as long. Maybe it was Shoji's hand, which, since he has multiple limbs, it might not be as bad, but still. Here's my theory, and once again, since I haven't read the manga, I don't know what the answer is. But my theory is that Bakugo, he sort of gives the impression off that he's not necessarily, he's on the line. He feels like he can go either way. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they want him to be a villain. Maybe that's what it is. Because I feel like Bakugo, and if you've seen him in the sports festival, you might get that impression as well. And Bakugo definitely doesn't like heroes the way that they are. And a lot of the villains that we've seen don't see themselves as the bad guys. They just have different ideologies. I think Stain is one of the best examples of that. So maybe that's why. Maybe they want to recruit Bakugo. Let's not pretend like the best moment out of this episode, the GOAT of this episode, as always, is the thick, man, because it's just... If you notice, the color green was added to the colors of one of For All. He's officially in the quirk now. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's kind of like the Avatar state, right? He hadn't fully accessed it. He hadn't fully tapped into it. He was just borrowing the power. But now he's been acknowledged as part of the lineage. All right. I can see that. That's interesting. God damn. Come back in. Ninga no more. Savage now.